Maybe we could fix that, you know, if we use this time travel that we're using that you seem to understand. I thought we went back in time by accident, but apparently not.
We've been doing this multiple times now?
Apparently. Hey there, strangers, my name's Neos, and welcome back once again to Earth Defense Force 6. I am joined once again by Kata, who refuses to get out of my house.
I refuse to leave.
I guess so. I was like, you want to play some more? You're like, yes, we're playing this all night. Like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's find out what this mission is. Mission 39, Standard Mission 1. Is that what the old one was called, too? Let's see.
Yeah.
No, we had enemy invaders, so mission base 251 and then enemy invaders were combined, sort of, for that last one. Then it went to standard mission for 3. But yeah, so the standard mission 1, we're cracking down on some enemy invaders. We're keeping the town safe, because that's our job. And somehow we don't tell anybody about the time travel or anything, you jackass. Be useful.
What are they gonna do? Put us in an insane asylum? What?
They don't exist anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna use Fencer.
I'm gonna use Wing Diver.
Ooh. I could also Wing Diver. We could just be like flying Queens of the Skies.
No,
Can we be Queens of the Skies together? Why not? Why can't I be a Queen of the Sky?
I'm Queen of the Sky.
What if I want to be Queen? Can I be Princess of the Sky?
No.
Or Princess of this guy?
No.
What if I do it anyway? What are you gonna do?
Then I'm gonna be grumpy.
Okay, fine. It would've been fun to fly around together, but I guess you're gonna be big old poop on everything.
Yep, poop on everything.
Ugh. Don't do that, let's go. Especially when you can fly. It's like, look, it's a bird! Wait, that's a lady, and she crapped on everybody. Oh no! Is that why they don't wear pants?
I've got pants on.
So they can actively poop on people?
I'm wearing my blue pants.
Alright. Let's see how much different this is from the other ones. Oh, so instead of the frogs, we got these things now. Interesting.
Yep.
So they're going to slowly replace it with the bigger, scarier things. Here we go. Half of those hit our own base, my bad. It's okay. We didn't need that base. Yeah! It's actually... While it is super cheap, there is something really interesting about this premise where we're literally doing the same mission with totally different enemies. But I don't know why it's different enemies yet. I want to know. We'll find out there.
I wanna know. Can you show me how to get a copyright strike?
Dude, I'm sorry, you were singing too good. I thought I was watching Tarzan, which in itself was already a copyrighted issue.
I don't think it was, because the guy that wrote Tarzan was, like, dead.
Yeah, but, so it's not in the public domain, though. That's a whole thing.
Is it really?
Yeah, so, you know how, like, so, Disney made that, then they made, like, their, straight-to-DVD movie, and then Tarzan was even in, like, Kingdom Hearts 1, and so then something went to court, and it's like, that's not in the public domain. You can't do that. So they are allowed to release the things they already made, but they can't use that character anymore for anything new. Because they didn't have the rights.
Because they've announced like a live-action Tarzan.
Maybe they've worked something out since? I know this was years ago that I heard this thing.
Well,
so,
if it's anything like with...
or maybe it finally came out into public, whatchamacallit.
If it's anything like Sherlock Holmes, they're allowed to do Sherlock Holmes, but it has to be...
Their version?
Yeah, it has to be the jerk Sherlock Holmes.
The jerk Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, that's why he's a jerk and everything. That one's...
Robert Downey Jr. wasn't a jerk. Well, yeah, he was. He always plays jerk.
Alright.
So what we doing? Shoot up there. You just
waiting for them to...
Are you floating? Is that you?
No, you gotta come over here so we can continue.
Well, I'm looking at... So, currently... Wait, oh, there you go! Oh! It was, messy. I'll listen to them first.
Neighbors don't attack each other. That's our
It's this one guy who was like... Some alien apologist, like, maybe we should live together! No, you idiot. They're killing us. They're actively trying to kill us. That's not how it works. No, you weren't there, and I saw your jetpack in the air flying around. It was stuck in the sky. Oh no. Anyway, time for this. So, buddy guy, you gonna, finish telling us what's going on or anything?
No,
Seems
he
like
wants
you
to
might
talk
be a
about his
time
dead
traveler.
wife.
If she's dead this time, maybe we could fix that. You know, if we use this time travel that we're using, that you seem to understand. I thought we went back in time by accident, but apparently not.
We've been doing this multiple times now.
Apparently. So if we get to like mission 5 or whatever, and we go back in time again, I
Yeah.
don't know what to think.
I
I want to go to the future, and it'd be like crazy, like neon cyberpunk land. That would be so freaking cool. Or just go to their alien planet. That would be good too. Like when you talked about going to the alien planet, like, oh man, I want that. It'd just be a totally different setting.
Well, that's what the original Mars attacks did. In the trading cards. The end of the trading card set, humanity makes a bunch of super tanks and sends them to Mars and destroys Mars.
The whole planet. We just
Yeah,
exploded.
they blow it up.
Oh no!
They set us up the bomb.
I'm now thinking of Invader Zim, where they had the face on Mars fighting the butt on Uranus.
I don't remember that.
Zim goes to Mars, and it turns out that it's actually a giant spaceship, and that's why there's
Okay,
a
I
face
didn't
on
know
it.
that. I didn't know about the face and the butt part, though.
Well, so he goes and he does that, and which I still love that. It's like, wait, you ran your entire civilization to the point of extinction in order to turn your planet into a vehicle? Why would you do that? Because it's cool.
Yeah.
But then the hero kid or whatever finds out there's a second planet on Uranus, and it's you sit in the butt crack and fly it around, and they had space battles between the face and the butt.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
but
that was
I saw
what
that as a
episode was
kid at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I always liked that. It's like what episode of Invaders am I really like? I was never really big on that show. It's not bad, but
I like it.
it was fun.
I always remember the sausage episode.
Sausage. I have no idea.
They turn each other slowly into baloney
Why and how?
as a method of murder. But then I think they both get infected or something, and
Okay.
so they end
That
up in an
fits-
abandoned house surrounded by dogs, and that's the end of the episode.
And I guess that was the final episode. That fits along with. There was someone who was telling me like the also random internet humor apparently was kind of spawned by Invader Zim. Like that can't be right, but it might be right.
I still love the moose eating walnuts.
No, I like the one where there was just a turkey, and he's just like sitting there working on stuff for a while. There's just a cooked turkey on this chair or table or whatever, and suddenly Gurr just pops out. He's like, "It was me! I was the turkey all along!" He's like, "I was wondering what that got there." Because, you know. Also, the Doom song. I haven't seen the Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom. It was like 50 years later or whatever.
I still have to go back and watch the
movie?
re-ending of it.
You mean the movie?
Yeah.
I watched like the first 5 minutes of that. It's not bad. It's just like I started, I
I've
was like,
seen
I'm on the
clips
movie, and I
for
forgot about it. Like I said, I was just never the biggest fan of the
The
show.
one
so.
for Rocco was pretty good.
Oh, I forgot that guy. I need to watch that. I really liked Rocco.
Oh, it's the new one.
You know what? Do Rocco?
No,
Oh,
no.
hi! That thing. Ooh. Gave me spoilers a second before I saw it. How could you? What is this thing? Ow! It turns my own rockets against me. That might have just been my fault. Could you get away from this wall? It's so slow to move with this guy. So I'm seeing big lightning things, maybe.
Oh,
I know.
hell.
I'm gonna get over here and
Run.
smack you. That's fine, I got it. Oh, he does that. Okay. That's fine, I can get behind him easily enough. Chop it. Ah! Unless he shoots the floor, apparently. Aha! Or somebody shoots the floor. Who did that? Go ahead, get behind him. Here you go. Slice and dice! Stab him in the butt. Here we go.
I don't want to spoiler, but that's not gonna work.
You don't know that.
No,
Well, then don't spoiler it. I'm trying. I'm trying the thing. Oh, that was cool. I just sprinted under its legs and sliced it, like anime style, and then it went flying into the sky. Very neat. Here we go. I noticed this in the previous episodes I was editing. You yawn a lot in this action game.
do I?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm...
Not this session, like the previous one. It's like you sounded like you were half asleep half the time.
I am.
But we're playing action!
I know, I just worked like 56 hours over the weekend, and now I'm here.
Over the weekend?
Yes.
You there for 24 hours at a time?
4 days.
It's not the weekend. Still a lot of time, though. Stop working so much. Play more EDF. Ah! It's fine. I can't see anything. I'm stuck in this building. How am I stuck in this building? There we go. Nothing but filthy invaders. Chop his leg off. Hoya! Oh, he did a ground slam last time. That's what happened. His butt's too far away. I can't stab it. So is this gonna be like one of those can't win fights?
No, you're just not killing it right.
Get the thing up the back.
Finally, thank God he said it.
Well, I mean, this is the first time we've seen it. It takes it a second.
No, I
Which
just
part's the
couldn't. I'm having to like sit here and not kill it because
I didn't say you couldn't kill it.
You said not to spoil, so I couldn't.
Well, yeah.
I'm like having to be over here shooting poorly to
I
not
didn't say you had
harm
to do that. You just don't say what. You're just saying that, like, oh, it's not going to work, and like, I don't know what that means. So you just had to be in the
it's
middle
called
part?
the Cyclops. Hit him in the big eyeball.
You say that like I should have known that.
No, they said these are Cyclopses.
I missed the part where they called it a Cyclops. So unfortunately, I don't really have anything that aims, except for my stabbing majig, so I guess I'll try that. Got him! Easy. Went down like nothing. Nothing, I'm too cool. Amazing. Slice. Stab. Now reload. Slice again. I slice. I stab. I reload. I slice again. And then kind of fell asleep.
I'm here. I'm trying not to die.
But you can't talk while you're not dying.
I didn't have anything to say. There were robots. And you were just talking about slicing.
I was doing like the I have nothing to say, wasting time talk.
Oh. Well,
switch back to
how
rockets.
about I talk about the 1923
If these are even real things, which I don't think they are, they're not interesting. Come with something else.
So, you're not interested in the stock market of 1923? Oh.
Not interested in current stock market.
Well,
you
you
see,
you gotta be interested in it because that's what the final level is. We have to stop the stock market crash because the aliens did it.
But unless they send us back like 100 years. Actually, I don't know what time this is supposed to take place in.
You have to control your great-great-grandfather as a baby.
As a baby.
As a baby.
So we're playing. So this is Assassin's Creed. What if you can play Assassin's Creed as a baby?
I forgot that's what they do in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, you go back into your ancestors because of nonsense. It's like, all of your ancestors' memories are stored in your DNA. It's like, there's not enough space in there to store that. That's stupid. You're dumb. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, not only does it not make any sense, what if you just have boring ancestors?
Well, I mean, that wouldn't matter. There's going to ones that are useful or whatever. It just, even like when that game first came out, I was like, what? That's really dumb. Like, it's an excuse to go play back in time, which is cool. That's fine. But the initial premise of like, okay, we're going to use your DNA to make you remember and relive your ancestors' everything. And then they go to the same guy, and the same guy is reliving like a dozen different people. It's like, there's no way it has all of this stored there. That's dumb. Now, if it was like some alien technology, which it probably is, and it's just like tapping into some quantum bullshit, then okay, sure, why not?
Oh, yes. The quantum. Are we bringing back Star Trek again for another episode?
Quantum.
the quantum
entanglement of Star Trek. Quantonium.
Funtonium.
Was it even on camera where I was making fun of the fact that we keep talking about Star Trek, or was that off?
I don't know. It's because I've been doing nothing but watch Star Trek.
I may have been off camera. I was pointing out, like, I just, over the last couple days, edited all of our multiplayer sessions, and I have, like, 5 of them. We're talking about Star Trek in, like, 4 of them. I'm like, why is there so much Star Trek?
Because it's a tour de force.
Because the show refuses to die. Even when it was bad. Which is nice. It kept going until apparently it's gotten better. If only Star Wars would hopefully eventually go that route. And maybe decanonize all the garbage that's happened.
The cartoon was good.
Well, that's not the old stuff. I'm talking. That is the older stuff at this point.
Oh God, it is. What is it? Rebels? Rebels is good.
I never looked into Rebels because I liked the one before that suddenly came, the Clone Wars. I was like, oh cool, and then apparently Clone Wars was too mature, so they went with Rebels, and the first season of that is apparently not very good, so I never looked into it. Apparently it's gotten better. Apparently, the main character of that, they were this close to making that Star Killer. It's like, oh come on, just bring him back, you dicks!
Well, he's
so
also
close.
the only Jedi to combine
Use a gun.
Yeah, his lightsaber is also a gun.
Okay, we're back. So, fun fact, turns out that I've recorded so much today, because it's my day off, and I was like, I'm trying to get these videos going, you know. I've recorded enough to fill up, like, 175 gigs worth of space. It ran out in the middle of that, so I don't know where this cut off. I'll reread this just in case. So, Unchanging Days 1. Good news. You got, what?
No, go ahead.
Okay, you interrupted me, I don't know. Good news, you've got a mission. You'll be taking care of some monster eggs. Maybe hard labor, but it's an important job. So long as you're alive, we're putting you to work once more. I remember I was talking about these big red eggs. It's like the previous mission. I just recognize it because after my first recording session to the second one, I was playing this a whole bunch just to grind and have fun with it. So we're going to play these with the giant monsters in them now. So let's go ahead and start now.
Yeah, let's go.
Just awkward start.
So,
all right, there we go. Yes.
Star Wars.
Yeah, we're talking about Star Wars. I had to cut you off so we can continue our conversation.
So, in Rebels, they have a Mandalorian. This
The
girl
Mandalorian.
that likes to blow stuff up and spray paint like graffiti and stuff.
Yeah, I remember her from... Oh, hold on. Big ass egg. A monster lady. It's the worst. But yeah, she was in Disney Infinity. I have actually, I legit have the figure of her right here.
Well, she also actually shows up in Mandalorian. The live action one.
I think, yeah, that was in season 2. Because I think I remember her showing up there.
They
Her
had
and
a crossover, yeah.
Oh, wasn't she played by, what's her face that was in Battlestar Galactica?
Cybuck?
Yeah.
Starbuck.
Yeah, Starbuck. It was played by that character, actor, whatever. It was like, wow, she's a jerk.
Oh, I have no idea because I didn't really watch Battlestar Galactica.
No, I'm talking about in Mandalorian. That character was just kind of a jerk.
I don't know if it's... I think that's a different lady. I'm not sure.
Could be. I don't know. It might be. Because I don't know if she had the weird hair. Maybe it's somebody else. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Star Wars is all the same. Love Star Wars. I loved Star Wars. I love old Star Wars. I love pre-Disney Star Wars.
I remember when we had the Gray Jedi.
They were kind of neat.
They were kind of neat because the regular Jedi up their own ass. I don't like the Jedi.
That's... You're dumb. That's the weird thing that happened with the prequels. Which, like, if you go by the original movies, the Jedi is like, oh, they're cool. Like, they're good guys that, like, are, you know, truth and justice in the American space way. All that stuff. But then you get to the prequels, and then it, like, retroactively becomes that they're just kind of full of themselves, and it kind of made sense that they fell, which I don't think is what Lucas was actually going for. But I've actually run into several people over the years who are like, I don't like the Jedi because they were idiots. And well, I knew one guy who was like, the Sith are the good guys. The Sith are right. Like, you're dumb.
Well,
you're reading into the wrong.
I'm from Knights of the Old Republic is my Star Wars the most. Like, from all of Star Wars, I've read all of it.
You have not read all of it.
Well, from the comics and everything. And
You've read a lot of it, but there's too much you've read all of it.
Extended universe.
That's fair. I love the extended universe.
The Jedi... I was always a gray Jedi fan because the actual, like, light side Jedi, they're too up their own butt.
They kind of are. I kind of like how they addressed that in some of the later, like, extended universe books, where even Luke is like, were they really like this? That seems dumb. I'm gonna get married anyway, because that seems stupid for you to just not do that.
Yeah, like they had all these dumb rules that made shit worse. So, yeah, it got balanced out because it was unbalanced, and they were stagnating.
I am sure I've mentioned this to you, but I still found that hilarious, and I don't think it was intentional. I think Lucas just messed that up, where, like, the whole thing is like, you're talking about the one that will bring balance to the Force, and I'm just like, you realize that there's no bad guys right now. You guys are winning. You don't want balance. You bring in balance, you're gonna have bad guys. Yeah. And then you end up with 2 Sith and 2 Jedi left. And so, like, oh, it's balanced out now. It's like, well, that sucks. You guys are stupid.
Sucks to suck.
Kinda.
But yeah, there's like the old guy from KOTOR that's a gray Jedi. It's like, both sides are too rigid.
Uh-huh.
And then you got the Jedi like Luke who, like, no, this is dumb. We're gonna do this different.
Yeah, I kind of liked how they handled that in some of those, where he's like looking, he's like, it's good for me to learn this old stuff, but also, I don't know. See, that still always drives me nuts. Like, Jedi are not allowed to get attached to people, because that leads to, like, attachment can lead you to hate and things. But then I was like, if you don't care about anybody, why would you fight to protect them? That doesn't make any sense. You need the, like, you need attachment and to care. Like, if you go too far, you become a crazy weirdo, like what Anakin did. Like, okay, sure, that makes sense. But saying, like, you can't have any attachments, otherwise you'll become evil, is stupid.
Well, also, Anakin, like, if you forbid it, people are still gonna do it. And so you'll have people like Anakin that, like, they're doing it, and then a bad thing's happening, and instead of going for help, they keep quiet. It's like if your mom gets mad at you because you told the truth, and then you're like, oh, well, I need to lie then.
Yeah, but that kind of falls apart immediately if you kind of extrapolate that to an extreme, at least, where it's like, murder's, forbidden. Oh, they shouldn't forbid murder because now it makes me want to murder things. Okay, well, some things need to be stopped, but saying, like, you can't, like, love is stupid. Like,
hey,
things that would make sense to stop.
That my wife is gonna die.
Maybe I should tell somebody about that. There was also a thing that somebody pointed out, I forgot who it was, but why the fact they didn't go back to, like, save Anakin's mom after he became a Jedi, it's like, we could just, like, go stop this slave thing. I assume the Jedi aren't cool with slaves, and this guy, like, go help her. Just pay your $50 and go save. But it doesn't, like, yeah, it's no attachment, but also she's a slave, which is probably a bad thing. And she died from being a slave, so it was a bad thing. Even if it was like, okay, so you can't be attached, you can't be connected to her, like, okay, that's stupid, but whatever. You could still, I feel like saving her would then ease Anakin's mind, and then maybe he could focus on his job better. Just saying. That's the thing. It's so dumb.
Hey, how about we put these 2 teenagers together?
When did that happen?
Him and Padme or whatever.
He wasn't a teenager. He was like 7.
When the second one. Let's put these 2 young adults.
Actually, what age was she? If she was like 16 and he was like 7, so say she was 14 and he was 7. When he became a teenager, she's not a teenager anymore.
Well, I always get thrown off because they, I think, just recast as, like, someone that was his age. I don't remember. I don't remember 2. Like, at all.
I think 2 is the worst one. A lot of people don't. I think Phantom Menace is fine. There's parts of it I like. It gave us Duel of the Fates. It gave us Darth Maul. It wins in my book. But 2 was so... It had the awkward love, like, hanging out scenes. And just like I thought that one was not great, and it brought in the way they introduced the clones. I thought was just really confusing and jank. It's like, okay, so it turns out that off screen there was a guy who ordered a bunch of clones, and we don't know where that came. I mean, like extended universe and stuff we find out, but it's like, so we don't know where that was. But anyway, here's your clone army. Go fight the robots now. Like, okay, cool, thanks.
Shouldn't we question where this clone army came from? And,
yeah. Or, you know, question like, okay, so we just, somebody paid for child soldiers, basically. That's fine, we'll use this to go fight. We're good. I mean, at that point, I mean, if you're going that route, wouldn't it make more sense just, like, make your own robot army or something? Because, like, I would assume that, like, Jedi and the good guys wouldn't be for, like, you know, these people have been raised from birth to just be soldiers. They have had no choice in the matter. They don't get to choose if they want to be soldiers. They're just here. That seems kind of messed up.
Well, hell, let's start recruiting. People will volunteer to be in an army.
I mean, I'm sure that's probably what they already had, but then you get the clone army. Now, granted,
that actually was a thing that they had no standing army.
Well, no, that was Naboo specifically.
No, the universe, the Galactic Senate, had no army.
Oh, no, you're right. That is right. Okay, yeah, I'm wrong.
Naboo had an army. They had like a self-defense force thing.
Yeah, I got that wrong. Yeah, that is kind of weird. I guess if there's no armies, you can't have war. It's like, yeah, but then what happens when outside forces attack us? Shut up. Like in the further, but the Jedi they never really explain that. Like the Jedi are like keepers of peace, and they're just supposed to be like good guys. And then they just get, like, turned into the military, and, like, they kind of sort of question it occasionally, but it just kind of happened. It's like, okay,
like, this is probably a bad idea.
Let's do it anyway.
They're like the weird monk police.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's what they're supposed to be. They're like space monks / wizards. So.
No, it isn't. It's shitty.
It's a beautiful place to live. I can't wait to move into that place right there. Oh, I blew it up. There's probably an orphan in there. We did it! We talked about Star Wars instead of Star Trek this time. We started this episode off of Star Trek. Then we transitioned to the better stuff. Anyway, this has been more Earth Defense Force 6! Well, hopefully we'll continue this in a bit, but I cut this one off just in case the computer's like, nah, we're done again. But hey, hope you guys have enjoyed our plot twist. Actual plot twist happening here. It's crazy. It's actually pretty cool. I like that we've got that going on.
Yeah, this one actually has a good plot for once.
Which is crazy, because it's Earth Defense Force. The plot is basically non-existent. But actually, yeah, I like that it's very subtle. I mean, you got to put the pieces together. It's basically the Dark Souls of Earth Defense Force games.
Oh my god, no.
No. Take the back of evil. What? I didn't do it.
Just no.
But what if it... Anyway, but you can play as the fence or you're doomed with a sword. It's basically the same thing. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed some more stupid over-the-top explosive action. Take care, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.